Hi, I'm Mary, a librarian turned book reviewer with a focus on stories written for kids, tweens, and teens. Today I get to share with you this book called Haven Enduring. It's the second book in the Legion of Numos series by H.B. Renault. This story follows on the heels of book one, where Kira Altman is feeling a little bit lost because of all of the series of events that culminated that book, and now she has fled to the Southern Shield, where she can get as far away as possible from the life she knew while still feeling somewhat useful. But of course, life doesn't let her escape so easily, and when an old friend comes and finds her there and tells her of the civil and political unrest elsewhere in Lorraine, she feels compelled to join him, not only to effect change in that realm, but also to investigate a hunch that she has that can only be solved by going to the capital. So this story follows hot on the heels of book one. It features several different perspectives, so you get to see the thought process of different primary characters throughout the story, and it helps the flow of the story move a little bit because you get to see those different perspectives as you go. It also straddles two different time periods, so you get to see really pivotal moments in the making of Lorraine from two different time periods, and you watch how they unfold and how they interrelate to one another. So that's an interesting dynamic in this book as well. And H.B. Renault has personal experience in military and medical knowledge, and that comes out in a lot of the action sequences and medical sequences in this book. So there's a lot of detail that wouldn't necessarily come into play if you didn't have that knowledge in the first place. So it makes it feel more real, more accessible, even to readers who don't have background in those areas, and it helps it flow really well. I had the pleasure to beta read this book before its final publication, and I'm thrilled to see how it has evolved and how everything has come together in this final production. I think it flows really beautifully. There's a lot of really interesting components that are tossed in here as well, and readers who experience the first book, the novellas that go with it, and want to know a little bit more about the backstory of Lorraine, they're going to find that in this book because there's a lot of background that you need in order to set up the action that's going to take place in book 3. So once you get to the end of this one, you'll be on the edge of your seat waiting for book 3 to come out and find out what happens in Kira Altman's story. So like many young adult books, this is a pretty hefty volume, but it really does read quickly. H.B. Renault has a way of writing that is super compelling, gets you pages turning as you go along, and like I said, there's openings and closings and open loops that keep you going all the way to the end. So if you enjoy reading young adult books that focus on fantasy with a little bit of reality, some emotional and character-driven plot, this is a really great choice. And if it sounds like a good fit for you, I hope you look for it at your favorite bookstore.